If, like me, you are hounded out of your homeland and forced into exile, you'll feel a strange kinship with the characters of the wolf among us.
Mr. Toad?
The background being that in the fairy tale make-believe lands of old, there was some sort of cataclysm, and all the characters therein had to get the hell out of Dodge and re-establish themselves in New York City, in an area that they've called Fable Town. And now their lives very much mirror our own miserable existences. They too are lorded over by rich dicks, and the lower, scrawny fringe members of society are forced into less salubrious employment, like prostitution, drug dealing, and local government employees. Our main character here is this guy. It's Big B Wolf. Big B Wolf. Do you get it? Do you get it? Guess what he was back in the old fairy tale world of old? Big B Wolf. That's right, he was Aladdin. Being a Telltale Games game, it's broken up into a repeating occurrence of 3 different sections. There are speaking sections like we just saw, where you talk to characters and your decisions can come back to haunt or help you later in the game. You can pick things up in these exploratory sections, which I've always been curious about this, because the stuff you find rarely has much of an impact. Like that matchbook I just picked up, it doesn't do anything. And of course there's QTE. QTE. Now, I know a lot of people are down on QTE. I like it. I was there at the beginning. I was there with Shenmue. I like it. You know, QTE is alright. I don't like it to end the game, like Halo 4. Hello. Press R to win the game. That was outrageous. I don't like it when it's too hard, like in Indigo Prophecy or Fahrenheit, as it's known in Europe, where the QT was just insane, just impossible. This QT is not challenging. It's very generous in its action windows. But then these games aren't about challenge. In fact, these games aren't even games. What holds these games up, the Telltale series in general, is the quality of the writing, and this is utter genius writing right here. It's very character focused, relying on the characters of old. And a strange thing you'll notice when you're playing the game is that you'll actually care about characters. You're like playing it, you're like, oh wow, this is rude. I actually care about what happens to these people, which happens maybe 1 in 100 games. And there's one scene where you meet a character who's dead. Now, this character you don't know, and you haven't met, and you've only read about in a book, but when you find him, it's actually moving. And this game is full of characters. Like here you can see there's a green monkey from Wizard of Oz. There's the magic mirror. And earlier there was Snow White and convicted animal rapist Ichabod Crane. And they're all here. All the classics of old are here. Beauty and the Beast, Jack and the Beanstalk, Little Red Riding Hood is mentioned. And these characters are so well written and coherent. You actually care. A rarity in most modern games. Is it better than The Walking Dead? Yeah. Sure. Why not? Play it.